Well, good morning folks, and welcome back to Grass and Grain, and welcome back to Shamrock Valley. And today, it has not gone to plan, really. You can see by this picture alone, I've just unhooked the forager. I've got two silage trailers both waiting for me back in the field there. And we are, we've hit a snag. The forager has completely shredded the drive shaft, and I think there's a huge crack on the flywheel inside on the chopping wheel. So it is done for the season at the very least. Whilst we try and figure out what we've done. So that happened about an hour and a half ago. I rang up around local dealers to see what we could do, and thankfully somebody has come to the rescue. Now this forager here is not mine. We are leasing this for the season. Because otherwise we were going to be more up the creek without a paddle, really. So we've managed to come to some terms to lease this. We're going to pull it down, we're going to put it straight into work there and see how we get on. This is a Lely Storm. Now it should be plenty good enough for what we need. It's just a real pain that we've got to do this, but such is life, really. I can't see any other way around it for us right now. So yeah, we just need to get this hooked up there, and we're going to put back into the field and see what it's going to do for us, really. Let's just leave you there. Get this hooked up here and see if we can get ourselves up and away. We'll not hook anything up there, we're just going to try and get this off. Try and get this off the trailer. Okay, so we're just going to edge this forward bit by bit. I think we're coming off okay. That back wheel is just about on there. I'm not sure I might have to slide it down the rungs. Anyway, we're off. A little bit big, we're blocking up most of the road there. As you can well see, there's a push cat around here somewhere. We're going to get all the way around. No. We'll go back through the yard then in that case there. We're going to head straight up to the field. We've got no time to waste here. We desperately need to get going. So we'll get this all hooked up in the field and get up and working there. And we should be good to go. But yeah, it's a real pain in the backside today because we got stuck. I think I got about 3/4 of the way around the first headland and then just no more. So the forager kind of gave up, so what we need to do is just get cracking, really, see how we can get ourselves back into the field. Hopefully get this first field, the first cut done. We've got 3 raked up at the moment. The Fiat is out with the rake on, pushing ahead, so we've got plenty more to go at. And that should keep us going for a little while. All being well, yeah, we can get this field taken care of a little faster. Less than ideal, but then such is life, we'll just have to get on with it really and see what we can do. But yeah, what we'll do is we're just going to start back over where we finished and get the tractor trailer to come over and follow us from there, really. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got going here. We are filling on the wrong side of the trailers, as the eagle-eyed amongst you will probably notice. But the reason we're doing that is because it's a little bit tight when we're turning the other way. This new forager at least has a big enough chute that allows us to do that and get over the top of the trailer, really. I'm going to have to stop here and get out and open this gate. It's very loud here, but yeah, we will quiet it down a little bit once we get back into the cab there, but for now it's just going to have to be something we get used to. We'll get going in just a second properly. And hopefully away we go this time. We've missed a little bit there, but we'll get this all tied up. There we are. So yeah, as I was saying, not the ideal start to silage preparations, but it's the best we can kind of come up with at the moment. So we'll have to make it do. There's that the John Deere back there. At this stage, yeah, we had to kind of, once I saw the severity of the damage, we were left in kind of no option, really. Had to kind of just go for it, and go for it we have done, really, with this. It's a bit of a high stakes gamble, but it should pay off for us, really. we've got the full team out today working on the pit as well. So yeah, we are really getting cracking, working through as much of this as possible. We're gonna get this shut down as well. We don't need that open there. Keep some of the dust out as we get cracking through here. All being well, yeah, we'll get the second headland whittled off, and then we'll really cooking on gas as we get a little bit more space in which to roll in. But for now, yeah, we're just going to keep pushing through here. We always do our own silage first as a bit of a warm-up, really, to be honest. Try and see what we can get going. Try and weed out any of the issues we may have, such as today, so they don't occur when we're on a contracting job, which would be the last thing we'd want to see. We're just going to knock that speed down there, build up a little bit too much speed on the hill. And all being well, yeah, like I say, this will be the last hill. If we keep this forager for the duration of the season at least, then yeah, then we'll be doing alright. I'm confident of that. Alright then, and away we go. So we're going to keep trundling through here. What we'll probably do is come back to you as we make a little bit more progress and see how the rest of the day is looking. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining here in Ireland, and it's fantastic for us. We'll be looking to really just keep cracking on and get that pit full nice and quickly. But yeah, as you can see, we've got all the kit out and working here, so I thought we'd just give you a little bit of an update as to what's going on. Typically what we do is, well, what we're doing this year at least is a little bit of a difference. We're going to be putting this all into the pit here, and then we're going to be taking it from here down to the local BJ when it's ready. So we're going to use our own pit here for once, and I think that is done. So that's that one done there. What we will be doing, we're going to go and have a quick chat with the driver just to make sure everything's looking okay. Just check over the foragers. It seems to be running well, but we'll have another look at that. We've got the John Deere behind us ready to roll, so we'll be able to get cracking with that one. But yeah, first real load of silage in this time round without any hitches, and then we'll get flying through this and see how the rest of it goes. So we'll come back to you in a little while when we're all up and running, and we'll come back with a little bit of an update, I should think. Well then folks, welcome back. We're just about finishing up the headlands. There's a little bit by the gate there that we still need to get, but all in all, for the most part, we're looking pretty tidy. We're just going to start taking this main little block out here now, actually. We're getting everything kind of dialed in nicely with the forager now, which is fantastic. It's a lovely little machine, actually. Really, really nice. Heck of a power output to it. Should get some great capacity with this thing moving forward. This field is not going to take us all that long to do, to be honest. There's not a great deal to it once we get into the thick of it, really, as we are now. So all we'll do is we'll just keep on keeping on, and we'll see how quickly we can get across the ground and see where we end up coming out the other side of it. We're looking good for the weather for today, so the pit is kind of, I'm not sure if we're gonna fill the pit with this this harvest, but we'll get it pretty close to it, I should think. We've got like kind of the back end of the pit in now, just so it can be compressed down. You've got to look after the edges, and the rest will look after itself after all, which is kind of what we've got done. Just wait to catch up here. Now you'll notice I have yet to introduce any of the workers on the farm here. There is myself and my brother, but the rest of the guys haven't really gone into too much detail with. We will be covering those guys in a little bit more detail moving forward, so keep an eye out for that one. We'll be covering that, yeah, just kind of give you all an idea of what they all do here and how we all work, so it could be quite interesting. But yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of a group of us at the moment working hard here. We're trying to get this in. Once we get this big field cleared, we're heading over the bridge and over towards those clump of trees. You can just see where one field is in the distance there, and the rake is going in the next field along as well. So with that in mind, we should get rattling through this pretty quickly, and that is certainly the aim. As we get that bit done, we're just going to round the corner here. We'll go up onto this one. Taking nice soft turns at the moment, just not to put any stress or duress onto the CV joints of the power takeoff. All is looking well, and we should get this done nice and quickly. Yeah, really nice machine here. It does make you realise how good it is when you can just... I clicked up a few gears on the transmission here without any issue at all, just effortlessly cruising through, which is awesome. Really, really pleased to see that. The tractor's not under any stress to push this either. The tractor's managing this perfectly well. This tractor, this is about 250 horse, I think, thereabouts. So, I'm sure many ponies have left the field since that was first recorded, but that's where it's supposed to be. But yeah, we'll see. So what I think we'll do is we're going to keep cracking through here as much as we can. This field, like I say, will be done in probably the next, well, I don't know, maybe next 15 minutes. So by the time we get all these little straggly bits tidied up, and we'll move on. It looks like this trailer is about full though, so we're going to wait here, get the trailer swapped around, and then we shall come back to you in a little bit. And in comes the John Deere eventually there. So once he gets caught up, we'll get ourselves cracking. The Fendt is going to stay in the yard there, as you can see. I don't think we're going to need it back up here. There's not a great deal left in here. We should get it all into one plenty. With plenty of space left over. So we'll do that. We'll get all these little rough little bits tidied up around here. That should be nice and easy. Once that's done, it'll be onwards to the next trailer load. So, and on to the next field. So we're making some good progress here. We're kicking along nicely. And what we might do is when we get into the next field there, probably once we get started at least, I might jump into the one of the trailers and do a bit of karting there just to see how that give you a different perspective there, and we'll see how we're cracking on. So yeah, we're very happy to finally get going after the issues we had there with the forager, but we're through that now. We're around the corner, and what we'll do is we'll go drive to that top corner, tie that end up, and then come down that pass through the middle. So yeah, we'll catch up with you in a little while when we're into field number 2. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, we're cruising along nice and slowly to the next field there. The boys are already waiting for me, and we're just gonna swing over there. There you can see we've got the Fendt lined up ready. Watch that curve, because it's a little bit of a high verge there. It's had a lot of wet weather on there, and I think there's actually a truck got stuck on there once, which is why it's such a mess. But hey ho, there we go. So we're just going to come in, we'll get ourselves set back up here again. I think what we'll do, we'll take these headlands off, we'll see how we go, and then I may well just jump into a trailer and take that back to the yard there. Show you the second leg of the trip really, and see how we get going. So we need to just lower that down. It's going to be a bit tight around there, but we'll get ourselves into position. Get the trailer to follow behind us there, and then we'll get ourselves all tied up in this field. Just a short paddock, this one. This is about 6 acres, not all that big. I think it's about 6 acres. The rake, as you can see, is going in the distance there. The Fiat is working hard rowing up that field, so that shouldn't take too long. And then we'll follow suit, we'll jump into there as well. So we've got plenty to do, and we'll just keep getting after it really. So we'll come back to you in just a short while. It is just beautiful around here. I thought I'd come back and just show you. I love working around here. Such a lucky farmer to be able to contract and do on my own land around here. It's absolutely stunning. We've got some an old building just ahead of us. Now that was a ruin when I was a lad, and it was derelict long before my dad arrived here as well. So it's absolutely beautiful. Now the land we're on here is, does flood quite frequently. It's been known to flood a lot because obviously we're all quite low lying here, and then you've got the big lake in the background there, so, and the river coming out of it, so it does flood quite a lot here. But you know what that does mean is that the land is very rich in nutrients because of that. So if we put this into a cereal crop, at least we would get a great crop of it. But as it stands, we also get a very nice crop of grass off this year in, year out. So we're always a little bit reluctant to do that, but maybe one day. But for now, yeah, there goes the rake again, the glorious little Fiat. Love that little tractor. Yeah, we're just going to keep cracking on. Now the Fendt is in the way, we have to get that shifted out. We're sneaking along here. There's not as much on this top edge as there was in the other field there, but we can only lift up what's been mowed down really, and that's exactly what we'll do. Oh, we'll just sneak past the Fendt there. Lovely old job. On into number 3. Catch up a little bit there. It's perfect. Really feel like we're starting to get a good swing of things now. It's beautifully dry. There's a nice warm breeze actually blowing through, which is always a rare treat. It's usually like a bit of a dampy, misty breeze, but we're looking good there today. So long may that continue, and we're just going to get all this wrapped up nicely. Move on to the next field, which is all but ready for us as well. We are using this. We've got a relatively short rake there at the moment. It's about, I think it's about 3.5, 4 meters in width. I would like to increase that maybe one day, but at the moment, it's all we can afford. That might be one of the next things that we look to change. Catch up with me a bit there. That's better. Perfect. And we're going to just cruise on by. Excellent stuff. So we're going to take our time, work throughout this field here, and then yeah, we'll go on to the next one. What we'll likely do at some stage there as well is just take you for a ride back through the yard, see how the silage pit's looking as well. But we're making some great progress, really cracking through it now, which is fantastic news. So we'll continue to do that, and then we shall see you for a ride back down to the pit in a short while. Alright then, so when we swapped over, we're going to take the John Deere here quickly. We're just going to swing out the way. The Fender's behind me there already, ready to go into the 6930. I love this tractor. We picked this one up second hand, had a couple of 100 hours on it actually, paid probably a little bit of a premium for it because of that, but I didn't mind too much because it is such a fantastic tractor, and it's served us well, and it's going to continue to as well. It's a great machine to cart with, it really, really is. I'm going to cruise our way along to the yard, and in we come here, nice and easy. There's that blooming fox again. Always likes to hang around here. Can't do anything about that stupid thing. Very frustrating. Okay, and in we come. So as you can see, we're getting a little bit of a pit here. The JCB has kept it out of the way for us there at the moment, which is great. Kind of running out of storage space here. But when we get a little bit of a break in all the contract work and the harvest at the moment, we may come in and start to knock some walls down in this here pig shed and convert it into an actual machine shed rather than what it is at the moment, where the machines are just kind of stacked in the aisles of the feeding troughs really. So that's probably going to be the next task there. But as you can see, we'll just empty this lovely red rock trailer into this pit. It's not the biggest pit, but we should get plenty of silage in here for what we need. And then yeah, we can take it from there really as we fill it and see how it's looking. That's just about me done. We'll let that calm down. And we'll go back out. That gate needs to be taken off as well because it swings the wrong way. So we might have to have a look at that. And yeah, so that's us. We're going to be pretty busy here today doing all of that. We'll keep cracking on and rumbling through it as we always do. See how we can get progressing. Oh, that's a bit of a bounce. But otherwise, yeah, we're onwards with the silage. The rake is going to come into here next as well, and that's going to give us another field to run into. That was the first one we mowed down actually in the previous video, and we'll get cracking there as well. Elsewhere, our spring crops are starting to look pretty good actually. They're really coming on leaps and bounds, which is great. So yeah, they're probably going to need another application of spray in maybe about 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, but we'll see. But for now though, we're going to leave it here. We're going to keep we'll get this all done. That was a bit of a short mixed up episode with lots happening, but we're trying to get ahead and we're trying to get ourselves all figured out. So we'll do that. We'll get back into the field here. It looks like they've waited for me for some reason. Not sure why, but we'll have to go and check that one out and see what they're doing. But we'll swing in, we'll get this team away again properly, and then yeah, before we know it, these fields will be all packed up and done, and we'll be moving on up the hill to go and see what's going on up there. So until then though, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation for more, and we shall see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.